What's up, everybody? We are live.
How are you?
Good, Eric. How are you?
I'm good.
So, all right, we are live. This is another episode. This is episode 11 of When Tunes Combine.
Let me turn on the light.
Just keep your
Already
clothes on.
11?
Just keep your clothes on this time.
It's already episode 11? Wow.
Yeah. I mean, this is episode like 5 or 6 that we've done on YouTube. Might even be episode 7. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we did the first 4 on what's that called? Blacktop.
Yeah. That piece of garbage that we left. But which I've said about many co-hosts that we've let go over the years.
Yeah, he shall not be named.
Yeah. When I say many, I basically mean one because we've welcomed every other co-host that I've suspended. We've welcomed back, except for one. All right. So, so this is episode 11 of When Tunes Combine. For anybody that has not listened to the show before, I'll go into the same, spiel that I usually go in. We take 2 cartoons on a normal basis. Tonight is not normal. Tonight is 5. 5 cartoons. See, I'm holding up 5 fingers. That means 5 cartoons.
TMNT?
Well, hold on. I'm explaining how the show works first.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So just hold on a second there, Eric. So take 5 cartoons, and then we take well, in this episode we took 5 cartoons. Normally it's 2. We take them, we do like a collaboration. I write the script for it, and then I kind of just rehearse it on air here. And Eric will tell me whether he likes it or not. He'll feign interest for the most part. And and then he'll let me know what he thinks about it at the end. If
I'll give you a rating.
Yeah, gives it a rating. If you're in the chat room and feel like dropping a comment, letting me know what you think of it. That's fine too. Remember to join the When Tunes subscribe YouTube channel. Like, subscribe. If you're going to be nice, comment. If you're going to be a jerk, don't. But it really does help the channel. Thank you.
Yep.
Also, hit the bell. And basically tonight's episode is the Flintstones, TMNT, Thundercats, Darkwing Duck, and X-Men the Animated Series. Originally just slated to be Flintstones and TMNT. I decided to add to it. And there's not necessarily a lot of Flintstone involvement here until like, spoiler alert, till like the very end.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But like they are involved. So like it is technically a collaboration of all those. And I'm going to try to imitate some of the voices. I don't know if I'm going to succeed, but we're going to give it a shot. I believe Liz is in the chat.
Oh.
I mean, I think that's her user. I think that's her username on YouTube.
Hi, Liz.
Liz, if it's you, hi, yep, it is her. I was going to say, Liz, if it's you, hi. If it's some guy named Bill, sorry.
Or it could have been Baron.
Yeah, I don't know. I assumed it was Liz because I remember she's popped in the chat before. All right,
Yeah.
so we're gonna get started on this, and here we go. Shredder, says Krang. I'm sending you on a mission. I need you to go to different worlds to retrieve items I need for my new machine. And Shredder goes, "What do you need, Krang?" "I need you to go back in time to Bedrock and get a stone from a wedding ring. I need Storm from the X-Men. I need Dr. Reginald Bushroot from St. Canard. And from the Third Earth, I need the Sword of Omens." "What machine are you building, Krang?" "If you must know, Shredder, it's a machine to make improvements to my body," Krang answered. Uh, "Don't worry, Krang. I'll get you what you need," Shredder said. "I'll believe it when I see it," Krang responds. Uh, by the way, I've been working on my Krang for the last 3 weeks. Uh,
Nice job.
thank you. There's a lot of people that probably could do better, but oh well. All right. Shredder then gets his henchmen, Bebop and Rocksteady, and his scientist, Baxter Stockman, together. "Bebop, Rocksteady, I'm sending you to Bedrock to get the wedding ring, or to get the wedding ring. Stockman, I'm sending you to St. Canard to get Dr. Bushroot," Shredder said. "Sounds good, boss," says Rocksteady. "As you demand, Master Shredder," Stockman said happily. There are more items, but let's get these out of the way first," Shredder ordered. In St. Canard, Dr. Reginald Bushroot is in his lab doing work when Dr. Baxter Stockman shows up through a portal. "Who are you?" Bushroot asked nervously. My name is Baxter Stockman. I need you to come with me, Dr. Bushroot," Baxter said. "What's this about?" Bushroot asked. "My boss, Mr. Shredder, in New York City, needs you to help complete an invention for his boss," Stockman answered. Darkwing Duck appears and confronts Stockman and Bushroot. "I am the terror that flaps into the night. I am Darkwing Duck," Darkwing shouts. Stockman zaps Darkwing with a stun ray, and him and Bushroot go through escape through the portal. Darkwing recovers and wonders, who's the fly? Because Baxter Stockman is half scientist, half fly. For anybody that hasn't watched the cartoon before. Meanwhile, in Bedrock, Wilma Flintstone is doing dishes in her home when Bebop and Rocksteady come through a portal. "Who are you two guys?" Wilma asks, frightened. "We're here on a mission, lady," Rocksteady answered. "Yeah, we come for your wedding ring," Bebop said. Bebop and Barney Rubble might actually sound the same in this episode. So, and then Wilma screams, "Stick it in your ear, ugly!" Because Bebop and Rocksteady are a warthog and a rhino. Not the two most attractive animals in the world.
I thought you were going to say something else, but I'm not going to say it.
Family show, Eric. Family show.
I know. That's why I'm not going to say it.
Yeah. Surprisingly, it is a family show. All right. Bebop and Rocksteady go to grab her, and she screams. Her pet Dino attacks Bebop and Rocksteady, and they blast him. Wilma's neighbor, Betty Rubble, comes over and hits Rocksteady with a frying pan. Because, that was her weapon of choice back in the Stone Age. All right. Bebop grabs Wilma and opens up the portal. Rocksteady grabs Betty, but Betty's son Bam Bam overpowers Rocksteady. Bebop zaps Bam Bam, and then they tie him up. Pebbles Flintstone is hiding in a corner because she's frightened about what's going on, what's happening to her mother. Bebop grabs Wilma, Rocksteady grabs Betty, and they head through the portal. And of course, they do all this while Fred and Barney are at work, because you don't try to kidnap two women while their husbands are home, unless they're in the middle of an argument with their husbands. Then the husbands might be like, "Yeah, go ahead, we'll get them in an hour." When Bebop and Rocksteady get back through the portal, Shredder is there waiting and ties up Wilma and Betty. "Why am I here?" Dr. Bushroot asked. Well, Doctor, these modifications. This is crazy. Hold on, I got to do the voice. Well, Doctor, I need these modifications done to my body.
Yikes.
Yeah. So Liz brings up a good point in the chat. Also, Fred and Barney are too busy one-upping each other over that darn Pebbles cereal. If you've ever seen the Fruity Pebbles cereal commercials, you know what she's talking about.
Okay.
Obviously you never have, because you had that goofy look on your face that you usually do.
Hey.
It's the truth.
I guess I take that as a compliment from you. Yeah. Thanks, Doug.
No problem. All right. After you finish that bushroot, I'll need your help disposing of my enemies, the turtles, Shredder proclaimed. Shredder! Just get me the rest of the stuff I need, Krang demanded. All right, Krang. Bebop, Rocksteady, and Shredder go to find the X-Men. They go to their hideout and find Storm talking with Gambit. Bebop and Rocksteady ambush Storm, but Gambit fights them off. Get away from her, you two ugly bums! I can't do a New Orleans accent. Gambit yelled. He didn't yell, "I can't do a Gambit accent." He yelled that he can't, or that he didn't yell that he can't do a New Orleans accent. He yelled the ugly bum thing. I added well, I can't do the New Orleans accent.
I know what you meant.
All right, good. All right, flipping through all these pages here, because still got a lot to get through. My mommy gave the episode a heart.
Aww.
All right. Bebop and Rocksteady go to attack Gambit, but him and Storm fight them off. Shredder comes up from behind and puts a mind control device on Gambit and gets him under his control. Attack her, Shredder demands. Yes, Master. Gambit agreed. Gambit grabs Storm and subdues her. Wolverine and Cyclops try to come to Storm's rescue. Let her go, Gambit, Wolverine demanded. Gambit, what are you thinking? Cyclops wondered. Shredder zaps them, both from behind. Bebop and Rocksteady tie them both up. Shredder, Gambit, Bebop, and Rocksteady take Storm and go through the portal. Krang, here's Storm, Shredder announced. Perfect, Krang said. Now, last but not least, bring me the Sword of Omens from the Third Earth. Not a problem, Krang, Shredder answered. All right. On the Third Earth, Jagara and Snarf are guarding the Sword of Omens when Gambit, Bebop, and Rocksteady show up. Lion-O comes to the rescue. Who are you? Lion-O asked. Your worst nightmare, Rocksteady answered. Lion-O disposes of Bebop and Rocksteady. As he faces off with Gambit, Shredder puts a mind control device on him and Jagara.
Yikes.
Bring me your Sword of Omens, Shredder demanded. Yes, Master, they answered. Lion-O and Jagara smack Snarf and grab the sword and go back through the portal. Back at the Technodrome, Darkwing Duck snuck through a portal and got to the Technodrome. He sneaks past a few foot soldiers and finds Storm locked in a cell. "Who are you?" Storm asked. The name is Darkwing Duck, ma'am," he answered. "Who might you be?" I am Storm from the X-Men," Storm answered. "I'm being held here against my will." He goes, "Well then, let's get you out of here," he suggested. "The men keeping me here snuck off to another world for the moment," Storm informed. "Good to know," said DW said. "So this should be easy." "There's also 2 other women locked in the next room," Storm said. "Well, as long as we don't get caught, I'll rescue them as well," DW stated. Stockman comes in and goes, "What are you doing here, Doc?" Baxter Stockman said, or asked. Another comment from Liz. "I am the terror in the night, the storm that prevents you from going on that picnic you wanted." I forgot he said that. Did he only use that in 1 episode or 2? Or more than 2? I remember him saying it. I just don't remember because he had so many different ones, I think. So then after Stockman asks, "What are you doing here, Duck?" he goes, "I'm wondering the same thing about Bushroot," DW answered. Oh, Liz just made that up on the spot. Nice job, Liz. Yeah, Liz says to Storm, who'd be like, "I am the Storm." You're very welcome, Liz. We appreciate the added help.
Yes.
All right. "Foot soldiers, get him," Stockman demanded. All right. The foot soldiers attack Darkwing and Storm, and Storm escapes and helps him. Shredder and company arrive through the portal and have them surrounded when help in the form of the Ninja Turtles arrive. "Surprise, Shredhead," Michelangelo said. Mind if we party too?" Raphael asked. "Get them!" Shredder ordered. The foot soldiers, Bebop, Rocksteady, Gambit, Lion-O, and Jagara attack. Yeah, that's a lot of people. Actually, they're not, and most of them aren't even people.
Yeah, that's true.
So, all right. Lion-O attack. Storm sends Bebop flying across the room because she's a badass. Lion-O tries to attack Leonardo with the Sword of Omens, but Leonardo counters with his katana, which, for anybody that doesn't know what a katana is a sword. And then Storm goes, "Wait, there's 2 other women being held captive," Storm said. "Don't worry," Leonardo said. "We'll regroup and then be back to get them." The Turtles, DW, and Storm escape the Technodrome and head back to the sewer. Krang approaches Shredder and is not happy. Holy crap, we have 5 people in the chat.
We have 5 people in the chat?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, now that I just noticed it, we're... Ooh. All right.
Hi, everybody.
Everybody that joined us, thank you. If you have any comments about the show, please chime in, as long as they're positive. All right. So, and we lost one as soon as I acknowledged everybody. All right. "Shredder, why did you let Storm escape?" Krang wondered. "It's not my fault, Krang," Shredder answered. "The Turtles interfered." And we lost another.
Oh, no.
And we're losing more. All right. That's why you shouldn't shout anybody out on the show. "I need Storm back here now, Shredder," Krang demanded. "Don't worry, Krang. The Turtles We'll be back to try to rescue the women from Bedrock, Shredder said. When they do come back, we'll be ready for them and they'll be destroyed. I want this machine completed for the modifications for my body, Krang said angrily. Master Krang, Bushroot said. Okay, well, my mom and Liz are still here. It's the only fan club we need. All right.
No Daniel tonight.
He's upstairs. He might have been one of the 7 people listening for 30 seconds. All right. Master Krang, Bushroot said, I absorbed enough of Storm's energy into the machine so we can still do your modifications. Excellent, Bushroot, Krang said happily. Finish getting the machine ready and then we'll proceed. And Shredder, when the turtles come back with their new allies, they better be destroyed. Oh, they will be, Krang. Don't worry. Back in the sewer, the turtles introduce Storm and DW to Master Splinter. Donatello starts working on trying to open up a portal of his own. What do we know about the 2 women that are still held captive? Splinter asked. Their names are Wilma. Who's this talking? This is Storm talking. Their names are Wilma Flintstone and Betty Rubble. Storm answered. They are from a town called Bedrock, or a prehistoric town called Bedrock. Donatello, when you get that portal up and running, set the first destination to Bedrock to let their husbands know what's going on, Splinter said. Will do, Sensei, Donatello answered. Anybody in the mood for pizza? Michelangelo asked. I feel like I need to eat something to build my strength back up, Storm answered. Bushroot's Mazine zapped a lot of my energy. Raphael then wondered, so what exactly is Shredder and Krang's plan? They're having Dr. Bushroot and Dr. Stockman build a machine that will make improvements on Krang's body, Storm answered. They need my energy, 2 stones from a prehistoric wedding ring, the Sword of Omens from the Third Earth, and they have all of it. And then DW says, plus they have Bushroot building the thing. The gang starts eating pizza. The Turtles' friend April O'Neil shows up. What's going on, guys? April asked. It's a long story, April, Raphael answered. Leonardo tells April the long story. Splinter gets Storm and DW settled. So do we have a plan to stop Shredder and Krang? Raphael asked. Wait, DW said. You guys you guys usually, and then DW goes, wait, you guys usually come up with plans? And Leonardo then says, great warriors always have a plan. And then Raphael sarcastically goes, yeah, we just hope it works. So.
Hope it works too.
Yeah. With Shredder's extra reinforcements, it might be difficult, Storm figured. Then Raphael sarcastically goes, that's the spirit, Storm. All right, hold on. Do I got to plug in here? All right. Hey, guys, I got the portal working. Liz, I forgot about that. Liz just said, I briefly forgot DW is Darkwing Duck. Whenever I think DW, I think of Arthur's sister from the show Arthur.
Yeah.
I forgot about that, Liz.
DW, Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not DW.
Yeah, DW is Darkwing. Well, That's what Launchpad called him in the show.
Okay.
All right. Hey guys, I got the portal working. Donatello said excitedly. Donatello, go to Bedrock and notify the husbands as to what's going on, Splinter said. Yes, Sensei, Donatello asked. I'll go with him, bros, Michelangelo said. Sounds good, Michelangelo, Leonardo then said. Donatello and Michelangelo go through the portal. There we go. All right. Donatello and Michelangelo go through the portal and get to Bedrock. They find the Flintstone residence and knock on the door. Fred Flintstone answers the door. Who are you and what do you want? Fred asked, annoyed, because he is very annoyed. Oh, we got another Dahama like the
Video?
like, yeah. Like, yeah.
Hi, Daniel.
Yeah. So, all right. All right. So, who are you and what do you want? Fred answered, annoyed. We're Ninja Turtles from the future, Donatello answered. Where's my wife? Daniel just said hi.
Yep, I saw.
Where's my wife? Fred asked. Well, Mr. Flintstone, Donatello answered. Her and her friend Betty are being held captive by this jerk named Shredder. And then Fred suggested, so let's go get him. Fred's neighbor and friend, Barney Rubble, then showed up. Hey, Fred, I dropped the kids off at your mother-in-law's, Barney said. Let's go get the girls. Michelangelo goes, are you dudes sure? And then Fred answers, they have our wives. Let's go bash some skulls. That's the spirit, Fred, Barney answered.
That's typical Fred.
Yeah. So I made it sound like they had a little more they have a little more involvement in this thing that I originally said they did. Because at first, like the way I remember it, because they're not coming in till now, but then I forget that I have so many freaking pages written.
That you forgot you had them in the beginning too, or in the middle.
Well, in the middle mostly. I didn't have them in the. I didn't have them in the beginning. I had the women in the beginning.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. Okay.
You're doing a good job so far, Doug.
Huh?
I say you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this, Donatello said. They go back through the portal and end up in the sewers. The other turtles, Splinter, April, DW, and Storm, are waiting for them. Does somebody want to clue Barney and I in as to what's going on? Fred asked. Splinter and Storm tell Barney and Fred what's going on, and Michelangelo brings them some pizza. Because you can't have anything with the turtles without having pizza.
Pizza. Yep.
I mean, Liz is even like, I wonder, Liz, if you could still hear me, if you're still watching, did you get pizza in honor of the fact that we're doing something with the turtles tonight?
Oh, she got pizza? Wow.
That's what she said in the chat.
Oh, I didn't see that part.
Yeah. What's this? Fred asked. The greatest invention ever, dude, Michelangelo said. It's called pizza. Liz just said it's a coincidence. All right. It's pretty good, Fred, Barney revealed. All right. Yeah, who doesn't like Gushers and Apple Jacks on pizza? Michelangelo asked.
And Gushers?
So, yeah, because the turtles always had weird toppings on their pizza. Yeah. So I figured, why not, do a... Liz just said, I shall eat in honor of the turtles. That a girl.
Thank you, Janet, Liz.
Yeah. So, all right. Where am I here? Uh, okay. So Michelangelo asks, who doesn't like Gushers and Apple Jacks on pizza? DW then says, we should work on the toppings, Michelangelo. Said DW. The turtles and their new allies prepare for battle. They then leave together, leave the sewer, and head for the Technodrome. Back at the Technodrome, Bushroot and Stockman bring Krang into the lab to let him know they finished the machine. Step in, Master Krang. Excellent, gentlemen, Krang said. Krang steps into the machine and his body becomes stronger. Just as he starts becoming more powerful, an alarm goes off, letting them know there's intruders in the Technodrome. Oh, good. We have visitors, Krang said. Shredder, get your men ready for battle, said Krang. We'll finally destroy the turtles and their new allies. With pleasure, Krang. Raphael and Fred head to find out where Wilma and Betty are being held. They are found by Lion-O and Jagara. Get out of my way, you stupid cats, Fred demanded. I'm here for my wife. I've got a feeling that if we knock those goofy hats off their heads, then we might get them on our side, Fred, Raphael suggested. I'll be happy to knock their blocks off, Fred answered. Try it, fat man, Lion-O challenged. Raphael and Jagara clash with their weapons. Fred kicks Lion-O in the shin and then goes for the mind control device, but the foot soldiers intervene. Barney comes in and takes out the foot soldiers. Raphael knocks Jagara's device off her head, and she returns to normal. Where am I? Jagara asked. It's called the Technodrome, sweetheart, Raphael answered. A jerk named Shredder had you under his control. Where's the Sword of Omens? And Raphael answered, I think I know. Lion-O, get control of yourself, Jagara pleaded. Master Shredder gave us an order, Lion-O answered. I must follow it. Fred then says, you two go get your sword. Barney and I will handle him. Good luck with that, Raphael said sarcastically. I'm really getting into this. Although my voice is getting ready to go, I think.
Uh-oh.
Well, not yet. I still have enough. I still have enough to get through, as long as there's still only a few pages left.
You need to save your voice for tomorrow.
What do I got to do tomorrow?
The football games.
Oh, yeah, I'll be fine. All right. So, where am I here? All right. Raphael and Jagara go find the Sword of Omens. Fred and Barney continue to fight Lion-O and the foot soldiers. Barney finds the room that Wilma and Betty are being held in. Fred, they're in here, Barney said. Go get them, Barney boy. I've got these clowns. Barney goes and frees Wilma and Betty. Gambit runs into the room and tries to attack Barney. What do you think you're doing? Gambit yelled. Get away from my husband, you jerk, Betty yelled. Betty kicks Gambit in the groin. Because, why not kick somebody in the groin? Especially if it works. All right. And then kicks him in the groin. Fred continues to fight Lion-O. Wilma sneaks up behind Lion-O and knocks the mind control device off his head. What am I doing? Lion-O asked. Working for a complete jerk, Wilma answered. Lion-O runs into the other room and attacks Gambit. Barney takes the mind control device off of Gambit. I did some bad things, didn't I? Gambit asked. Fred goes, "You think? We need to help the turtles," Barney shouted. All right. Bebop and Rocksteady have DW and Storm cornered. Michelangelo comes to the rescue. DW goes to find Bushroot and Stockman. Storm, do you have enough power to dispose of these two bums? Michelangelo asked. I've got this, Michelangelo, Storm said. Storm then uses her powers and sends Bebop and Rocksteady flying across the room. Bebop and Rocksteady then run away. Donatello and DW find Bushroot and Stockman. Donatello goes to reprogram Crane's machine. Stockman and Bushroot go to stop him, but DW fights them off. Get away from my machine, you pesky turtle! Krang shouted. I will once I reprogram it, Krang, Donatello said. Shredder runs in and tries to stop Donatello, but the rest of the turtles and their new allies show up and stop Shredder. What happened? What happened to my mind control devices? Shredder asked. And then Leonardo says, we destroyed them, Shredder. Guys, Donatello admitted, this machine is about to blow. Let's get out of here. Shredder, we need to get out of this room, Krang yelled. No kidding, Krang, Shredder yelled back. The turtles and their allies escaped the Technodrome. Shredder and his goons escaped to another room or to another area of the Technodrome. So just the one room blew up. Back in the sewers, Donatello opens up the portals to send their allies back to their homes. We appreciate the help, guys, Leonardo said. Thank you for helping us retrieve this. For helping us retrieving the Sword of Omens, Lion-O said. Thank you for rescuing us, Wilma said. Keep in touch, dudes and dudettes, Michelangelo said. Everybody then goes back to their homes. The end. So, that's that. I know that was a long one, but in my opinion, that was a fun one. By the way, it took me 2 months to write.
You did a great job, Doug.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Because, yeah, this one was one I was definitely. Thank you, Mommy. She said good job. So,
was that your favorite one to do?
Because it involves some of my favorite shows, I would probably say yeah.
Yeah, it was probably what 2 or 3 of your favorite cartoons. Ninja Turtles, obviously, and Flintstones.
So Ninja Turtles, Flintstones. I loved X-Men as a kid, and I really do like Darkwing Duck. So, those are definitely Thundercats. I'm not necessarily a fan of. Liz gave us a clap. Well, technically 2. So
Liz.
But yeah, so like 4 out of 5 are like my favorites. So that's, and remember, like I asked you guys in the chat that we have with all those people, you know, what cartoons should I add? And I posted it all over. Or not all over, but a couple places. And you know, a lot of different answers were given. So that's why I used all those other cartoons. And I think they fit. I mean, again, there's more you could probably add to it, although you know it would make for one hell of a crossover special.
Yes,
one hell
of a movie.
One heck of a it probably would be a good movie.
I think it would be an excellent movie, fun movie for the kids.
Exactly, and you and I would be sitting in the theater watching it too.
Directing it.
Yeah. But Yeah, no. So this one, I don't know. This might have been my favorite one to write. I know I enjoyed writing last week's. Uh, and some of these I have enjoyed writing, but now that I'm starting to put more emphasis in them, they're starting to get a little bit more fun.
Yeah. I think it's which one of my favorite ones that you did. I give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Well, that's higher than your standard 8. Because usually you're doing 8.
Oh wow, okay. I do usually do 8, don't I? And that tells you something that it's definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah. All right, so I got to read this comment from. Well, I went to. Oh, quit! Either you pushed a button or I pushed a button.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so Liz says the Flintstones was an unexpected twist. TMNT, Darkwing, and X-Men. From what little I know about the Thundercats, I could see them mix well. So it was interesting to see how you squeezed Fred and Barney in. Well, I appreciate that, Liz. Yeah, no, it was interesting, and it's like trying to find a way because most TMNT and X-Men probably do fit the most, and Darkwing you can probably put in there, and Thundercats. All right, see you, man. Yeah, no, it was definitely fun to write. I probably will be doing more with them in the future. Just because of just because of how impactful each one of those cartoons were. But yeah, no, this was one of my favorite ones to do. So we got to I think I'm going to send this to a bunch of people and ask them what they think.
Yeah, you should. Especially in our chat.
Yeah, well, you sent them the episode.
Oh, that's right, I did.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell them to listen. I'll tell them to watch it.
Yeah, I'll send it to a few people on Messenger too, and just ask like, "What do you think?" Just ask like, "What do you think?" Just try to get
to a buddy box.
Yeah, I think he would really enjoy this because it's Ninja Turtles and Thundercats, which I'm pretty sure he watched both.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure he watched the Flintstones too because he's old.
And he probably watched X-Men too.
No, he said that he didn't watch the X-Men that much because that's when he discovered alcohol.
Oh, that's typical Bossman.
Yeah, answer. I mean that's what he's told us before. Because when we did a countdown and they came up, I asked him. I said, "Were you a fan of the show?" He goes, "No, I was a fan of drinking." So, nothing wrong with that. But all right, next week's crossover is going to be the Street Sharks and Dexter's Laboratory. We're going back to 2. It's not going to be as long as this one, but it is going to be because again, I started putting more emphasis on a lot of these. So, especially the dialogue. So, and this was a lot more fun trying to do the impressions.
Exactly. So, it was fun.
Well, thank you, Eric. All right. Tomorrow, make sure you listen to the Bro Down in the morning with Daniel and Bobby, and then the Stabcast at nighttime or afternoon or whenever they get together to do it with Daniel and Mindy. Monday, you guys do Unscripted Sports on Monday, right?
Whenever my brother's available.
Right. I forgot you upgraded co-hosts.
And Clint comes on whenever when he is available.
Yeah, that's when it's a downgrade. But Yeah, so make sure you listen to the Unscripted Sports Show when it airs. Of course, Wrestling Through the Years Friday nights, when tunes combine on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Wrestling Through the Years Friday nights at 6:30 p.m. here on the YouTube. And then that's all I got. We'll see everybody next week for Street Sharks and Dexter's Laboratory.
Yep. Later, Doug. Later, Liz.
All right. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, everybody else, for listening. Thank you, Daniel, for listening, because he's standing right in front of me. And we'll see everybody next week.
Bye,
Later.
Doug.